Hi everyone, happy Monday. How are you? Welcome to class. How's your
Hello,
Monday?
this is going.
Yes, it's good. Or are you having a blue Monday?
Now, as usual, normal Monday.
Good. Well, let's see. We're going to start our class. Give me 1 second.
Unit 4. No experience needed. Page 46. Vocabulary. ED. Unit 6. Difficult decisions. Page 55. Vocabulary. School life. Exercise 2. Listen, check, and repeat.
One
Unit 6.
second.
What would you do?
Okay, very well. So today we're going to learn a lot of vocabulary, especially the differences between two common verbs. Make and do, right? So we have make and do, which are in Spanish we use one verb that is hacer, right? But in English they have different uses. But even though there are some clear uses, for example, you use make when you create something, right? Make es un sinónimo de crear. So if I want to say hacer un pastel, you need to say make a cake, right? And do is more for activities. So you can, for example, you do sports, hacer deportes, make a cake, hacer un pastel. So even though in Spanish we use the same word make, it's not the same, right? But there are other expressions, for example, hacer amigos, hacer un favor, hacer la diferencia, hacer dinero. And what do we use in this case? What is the best option? So we're going to first that's what we're going to see in class, but let's first listen to this. We have this conversation between Rachel and Luke, and they are discussing something. They are talking about something, and it's something related to morals, to ethics. So try to put yourself in the situation. What would you do in this scenario? ¿Qué harían en esta situación? Let's play it, and then we answer questions here. Let's go.
Page 58. Listening. Would you tell the teacher?
So, what's the right thing to do here, Luke? What would you do if a classmate cheated on a test? I don't know what to put. I mean, I would never tell the teacher, would you?
No, I guess not. Except maybe, if they did it all the time, and it was really annoying.
I don't know. I guess I still wouldn't say anything and I would just keep going with my work. That's what I'm going to write anyway. Do you think that's okay?
Yeah, that sounds okay. What's the next one?
Let me see. Here. What would you do if you found a wallet full of money on the street near your school?
Keep it, of course. No, I'm joking. I'd give it to a teacher, I think. I mean, then they can decide what to do with it.
Okay, yeah, thanks. That's a good answer.
So, what's the next question?
It's a little more difficult. What would you do if you borrowed something from a friend and then lost it? Would you tell your friend?
Well, would you tell me if you lost something of mine?
Of course I would. But I'm not sure I'd tell everyone.
I'm not sure I'd write that.
You're right. I mean, you should be honest with your friends, right? That's what I'm gonna put. Okay, finished.
What's this for, anyway? Is it something for school?
Well, sort of. It's something we're doing in our civics class. You know, about choices, morals, that kind of thing.
Page 58.
All right.
Vocabulary.
So you have these hypothetical situations. And let's see. So they're having a conversation. We're going to check one again. We have Rachel and Luke. And Rachel says, if she saw a classmate cheating on a test, do you remember what is the meaning of cheating? Cheating. La forma base del verbo es cheat. Cheat.
¿Es hacer trampa?
Yes, hacer trampa. Muy bien, engañar, hacer trampa. Yes, so cheating. Ok, aquí está en forma de gerundio. Es que si Rachel viera a un compañero de clase haciendo trampa en un examen, she would, ella, ¿qué haría? So we have a couple of options. Say nothing and continue with her work. No decir nada, continuar con su trabajo. Tell a teacher, try to cheat as well. Ella también haría trampa. So what would she do? What did you hear? ¿Qué fue lo que escucharon? Sorry?
Letter B.
Tell a
La
teacher.
teacher.
Okay. Well, let's listen.
Page 58. Vocabulary. Expressions with make and do. Exercise 4. Page 58. Unit 6.
Yes.
What would you do?
So, what's the right thing to do here, Luke? What would you do if a classmate cheated on a test? I don't know what to put. I mean, I would never tell the teacher, would you?
No, I guess not. Except maybe, you know.
So Rachel would tell the teacher?
No.
No, she wouldn't tell the teacher. So which option?
Letter A.
A.
Yeah, say nothing and continue with her work. Okay, she would remain silent. If Luke found a wallet full of money on the street near his school, he would? What would he do with the wallet? Let's listen.
I don't know. I guess I still wouldn't say anything and I would just keep going with my work. That's what I'm going to write anyway.
That's
Do you
still
think
number
that's
one.
okay?
Yeah, that sounds okay. What's the next one?
Let me see. Here. What would you do if you found a wallet full of money on the street near
Pay
your
attention
school?
here.
Keep it, of course. No, I'm joking. I'd give it to a teacher, I think. I mean, then they can decide what to do with it.
Okay, yeah, thanks. That's a good answer.
So, what's the next question?
It's
Good. So, if Luke found a wallet full of money in the street near his school, he would. Si él encontrara una cartera llena de dinero, what would he do?
He will give to the teacher at school.
Yes, good. He said keep it, but he was kidding, right? Last question. If Rachel borrows something from a friend and then lost it, she would. And we're going to see.
Well, would you tell me if you lost something of mine?
Of course I would. But I'm not sure I'd tell everyone.
I'm not sure I'd write that.
You're right. I mean, you should be honest with your friends, right? That's what I'm gonna put. Okay, finish.
So what would she do?
Tell her friends.
Okay, so tell her friend. Very well. So that's the thing that's what they would do. You see, we are talking about hypothetical situations, right? Have you ever been have you ever had the chance to show honesty at work or at I don't know, when you are with other people or with your family? Have you ever had the opportunity to show honesty? Remember that the word honest, sincere, and frank are not necessarily the same, right? Honest, we can say in Spanish, honesto, alguien que dice la verdad. Pero a veces se utiliza ser muy honesto como alguien que es franco, ¿no? Y que dice las cosas de forma directa. Esto no es el significado de honest en inglés. When you say honest, it simply means someone who has good moral values. Good moral values, buenos como valores morales. Someone who wouldn't lie or who wouldn't cheat or who wouldn't do something illegal or incorrect. Sincere is just that you do things with a good motivation. Hacer algo con una buena motivación. Y frank, eso sí es ser franco o directo. Now, have you had the opportunity to be honest or to show honesty at work or at school or somewhere else?
And in several occasions, I found some things that like a wallet or the cell phone, and I always prefer to bring the authorities for the if I if si a mí me pasara if I have to do, a mí me gustaría que me lo regresaran.
Yeah.
¿Cómo se diría? ¿Cómo sería la oración en
You say,
en segundo condicional sería, ¿verdad?
if it happened to me.
If it happened to me,
Mhm.
I would like to regresarme, ¿cómo sería?
Give back. You say
Give back.
back.
Giving back.
Yeah. That's a good thing. Do others what you would like them to do to you, right? I think the expression we say usually in Spanish is no hagas a otros lo que no quieres que te hagan a ti. But actually the right saying goes, do others what you want them to do to you. De hecho, en realidad eso va como, haz a otros lo que quieres que te hagan a ti. So it's not doing, it's do the correct thing. Because tomorrow you would like them to be good with you, right? Be compassionate because tomorrow you will need compassion. Be honest because tomorrow you will need honesty. Yeah, that's a good thinking. Have you ever had other chances to show honesty? No? You don't remember this moment.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
Okay. You don't remember.
No, actually, I haven't found anything.
Okay. Good. Well, so yeah, it's a situation that I think is very tempting sometimes, right? To do some things that are correct. I mean, some things that are incorrect, right? It depends on you and your moral values. All right. So we talk about this, just like your friend said, your classmate said that it's second conditional, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. Aquí vemos que las preguntas que aparecen tienen una estructura que está en pasado. Saw, as you know, saw is the past form of the verb see, which means ver, right? So when you say if Rachel saw a classmate, podríamos traducir aparentemente como si Rachel vio. But in this case, we don't, the use of the simple past in these verbs, there's simple structure that allow you to make hypotheses, all right? So in Spanish, for example, we say, si yo viera, si yo fuera, si yo estuviera, si yo jugara, right? So it's a way we conjugate the verb. We say, for example, si yo fuera rico, right? In English, you would say, if I were rich. If I were rich or if I was rich. Pero aquí lo más correcto sería decir con were. Ahorita les voy a explicar por qué. So, if I were rich, si yo fuera rico. ¿Por qué el verbo debe estar en pasado? Bueno, este verbo en pasado es algo que se llama subjunctive mode o mood, que el modo subjuntivo o humor subjuntivo es básicamente solo una forma en la que hablamos de suposiciones, como lo que es precisamente la segunda condicional. So, when you talk about the past, in this context, cuando hay un if y después tienes un verbo en pasado, entonces esa oración no está en pasado, esa oración está en segunda condicional. And what is the second conditional? It's a supposition. It's hypothesis, is a theory, right? Like we have been using during the last classes. Entonces, el verbo debe ir en pasado para poder formar una oración con un supuesto, ¿no? For example, number 1 says, if I, y nos pide utiliza el verbo come, entonces yo tengo que poner el verbo en pasado. So you would say, if I came. So you would say something like this, if I came. If I came home late one night, eso sería, si yo viniera o llegara a la casa tarde una noche. Okay, so it's the supposition. Before we have learned some other verbs, right? Si yo lo digo en presente, if I come is si yo vengo o si yo llego. In this case is si yo viniera or si yo llegara. If I came home late one night, my parents, in the next part of the structure, as we have checked here, right? Esta es la suposición, si yo llegara. Ahora, ¿qué posibles resultados hay? Well, my parents would be. My parents would be very angry. Mis padres se enojarían mucho. My parents would be very angry. I would get some kind of punishment. Would, in this case, is used with another verb to complete the subjunctive mood. Entonces, cuando decimos would get, esto es hacia los verbos que tengan la terminación ia. La terminación ia en los verbos en español, comería, iría, diría. Igualmente hablamos de un resultado hipotético, right? So you would say, mis padres se enojarían y recibiría algún tipo de castigo. Other option, my parents would talk about the issue. Mis padres hablarían acerca del problema. My parents would not say anything. Mis padres no dirían nada. Okay, so which of these would be true for you? Like knowing your parents, even if you are an adult, a grown up, aun si eres un grown up, un adulto ya crecido, grown up. So what would you say? What would happen? ¿Qué pasaría? What would your parents do to you? I think my parents would talk to me about the issue. Would be like letter B.
In my case, my parents will not say anything.
Okay. Because they wouldn't be angry.
No, because they trust in me every time when I go out,
Mhm.
because
Okay, very good.
I always tell them where I am and with who, and
Mhm.
they know, always
Good.
know.
So they wouldn't say anything. They trust you.
Yeah, actually.
Oh yeah, I think the same. I mean, my parents will talk to me, but not very seriously. They would just want to know. Um, in my case, I was never a boy who liked to go out, parties at night or going out with friends at night. And when we came back late, it was with good friends, and my parents knew them well. So it's just in case there was an important event and I needed to be at home and I'm doing something else, then they will be very angry. Okay. So again, the structure to create ese tema que se llama second conditional, que es una condicional, es una oración que tiene eso precisamente, una condición, y la otra parte es un resultado. Pero en este caso son ambos hipotéticos, es decir, la situación imaginaria, pues es eso, no existe, y la situación el resultado también no existe, right? So you are just talking about suppositions. Now check number two. And we have if I. How do you think, Fernanda, we could complete number two? ¿Cómo podemos completar la número dos? Si yo dijera algo grosero a mis padres. So if I.
If I will say something rude to my parents,
Do you think we should use would? Deberíamos usar would.
¿o cuál? Es que no sé cuáles están usando.
Yes, number two. Es la dos. Fíjate que en la primera oración empezamos la oración no con would, right? ¿Por qué? If is introducing the part of the sentence that is a condition. If introduce la parte de la oración que es una condición. ¿Ok? Y la condición acompaña un verbo en pasado cuando hablamos de second condition. El would va después, el would es para el resultado hipotético, pero aquí estoy planteando la situación hipotética. So, you want to say, si yo dijera, ¿cómo podríamos decir eso? Here it says, si yo dijera algo grosero a mis padres, porque tú no serías capaz de decirle algo grosero a tus padres. So, just a supposition. Entonces, del verbo debe de cambiar. ¿Cómo cambiarías el verbo say?
¿Para que fuera en pasado?
Exactly.
Mm,
It's an irregular verb. Check your list of verbs. Ok, ¿cómo ponemos say?
Said,
Said. Ajá.
said.
Said. Sorry, guys. Remember, very important that you know the irregular verbs so far. You have your list. I've seen you a couple of times, but it's up to you to study them. You need to memorize them. Because if we don't know the verbs, we can't progress, right? So, but that's a thing you need to do. I cannot memorize them for you. Okay, so nice. So, entonces ya sabemos que con if utilizamos el pasado. So you would say, if I said, by the way, the pronunciation is said, como cuando dices tengo sed, right? If I said something rude to my parents. Si dijera algo grosero a mis padres, I ¿ok?
I
Ahora sí,
will
¿qué
feel,
sigue? Ahora sí el would, muy bien, would. Y el verbo en forma base, I would
so,
feel bad and I
will say,
would say sorry immediately. Yes. They
will ask,
would ask. They would ask me what I was upset about. They would punish. So, let's check the options. El primero, ¿qué dice la primera opción?
me sentiría mal y les
Ajá.
diría perdón inmediatamente.
Yes. Okay. Option B.
Ellos me preguntarían por qué hice eso.
Upset es molesto. Ellos me
Ok,
preguntarían por qué estaba molesto. They, what is the meaning of the last one?
me hubieran prohibido la televisión y la computadora por la semana.
Yeah, me prohibirían, pero me castigarían sin la computadora por una semana. Perdón, sin la televisión por una semana y la computadora. Okay, so we use these two of them. All right, remember that also would has the contraction I'd, would. En vez de decir I would, puedes decir I'd. I would is I'd. All right, so you have any questions, guys, so far? ¿Alguna pregunta?
En esta situación siempre se usaría el would, ¿verdad? Es como de que lo haría.
Siempre para hablar del resultado. Recuerden, estas
Ujú.
oraciones se separan en dos partes. Condition and result. Entonces, siempre que hablemos del posible resultado, es con would. But you don't have to mention the condition and result in that order. Entonces, recuerde que lo conforman condition and the result, this structure, but you would say result, también puedes poner el resultado, que es hablar del resultado y la condición. O sea, puedes decir, me sentiría mal y diría perdón inmediatamente si dijera algo grosero a mis padres. Es decir, no tienes necesariamente que poner la condición al inicio. La condición al inicio puede ir al final o segundo. Result can be at the end or it can be at the beginning. So, as long as you have if, that's how you identify it. If es el que va en pasado. Si no lleva if, no. Let's see another option. If I ate too much, I would have a stomachache. Si yo comiera mucho, tendría un dolor de estómago. But in this sentence, you can also say it, the same sentence, just a little different. So you can say, hold on. If I ate too much, I would have a stomachache. Pero si escribimos así, I would have a stomachache if I ate too much. So check these two sentences in the chat. They are the same. Y ambas son condicionales, solo que cambiamos el orden. So in any way, you're saying if I ate too much, I will have a stomachache. Si yo comiera mucho, tendría dolor de estómago. tendría un dolor de estómago si comiera mucho. Now, check other thing that when you start the sentence with if, you need to write a comma. All right? When you start with if, you write the comma. The comma is dividing the sentence into parts, the condition and the result. Y si, no, y si empiezas la condicional al revés, es decir, sin if, entonces no llevaría coma la oración. So do you have any questions at the moment about conditionals? Any questions?
No, for the moment.
Are you sure? Okay, let's see. Flor, please help us with number 3. Are you available, Flor? Please, can you help us, Oscar, with number 3?
Yes. If I borrow something from my friend without asking, it wouldn't be a problem.
Good.
My friend doesn't need to me all the time.
Excellent. Good. So borrowed, borrow, ¿saben qué significa? Borrow.
Pedir prestado.
Exacto.
Sorry?
Prestar.
Pedir prestado. Yeah. Very well. Borrow, and we have also length. Length sí es prestar. Borrow es pedir prestado. Okay, you can say, I borrow money. Yo pedí prestado dinero. I lent money. Yo di dinero prestado.
In this case,
Okay.
it's stolen.
Yeah. Okay, if I borrow something from my friend without asking, si yo pidiera prestado, tomara prestado algo de un amigo, sí, más bien es tomar prestado, ¿no? De un amigo sin pedirle, es decir, que de acuerdo al contexto de la oración, exacto, es como dijo Oscar, lo agarraste y no le dijiste. Aunque borrow es con la intención de regresar. So, what do you think? What is the options? What are the possible options? Gabriel, can you help us, please? So can you help us complete option A? If not, maybe you can help us, Cynthia, with number 3, please.
It could be a problem. Oh,
Can you repeat?
yes. It could be a problem.
Okay, it would.
Ajá,
It would not
not.
be.
Ahí junto se puede poner, ¿cómo se llama? De que poner el not junto con el would, ¿o no?
Yes. De hecho, está la
Ah,
contracción wouldn't.
ajá.
Yeah.
Ok. ¿Cómo se
Wouldn't.
pronuncia?
Wouldn't.
Wouldn't. Bueno, mejor would not be.
Ajá. Bueno, este es would. Would.
Ajá,
Would, como si dijeras madera en inglés.
ajá.
Would. So,
Would
wouldn't.
not be.
Would not be or wouldn't.
Ajá. Ok.
Wouldn't be a problem. No sería un problema. Mi amigo me cuenta todo. What do you think, Cynthia, about letter B?
Letter B, my friend probably would not talk to me for a week.
Will not talk to me for a week. Mi amigo no me hablaría por una semana. En sí,
I I would put it back before they notice it.
ajá, would put it back before they noticed.
Notice.
Good. Lo regresaría antes de que se diera cuenta. Okay. Very well. So do you have any questions about second conditional? No questions?
No, sure.
Okay. Very well. So now let's talk about some situations. What will you do in some situations? Okay, let's see. You know that there are many companies that they have something that is ethic test, kind of ethic test, como un test de ética laboral. And they ask you some things that have to do a lot with your honesty. It's really heavy. Yeah. I mean, these are like a lot of questions, and they ask you like some things about if you would report a situation or not. Muchas empresas muy importantes, por ejemplo, tienen eso, ¿no? Un test, ¿cómo llaman? De habilidades mentales, ¿no?
Psicométrico.
Psicométrico, exacto. Bien, test psicométrico. They have other for drugs, which what is called? Doping, no? They have also the one with ethics. So what kind of questions they ask? I'm going to show you a little bit. It's called integrity and work ethics. Examine de ética, work ethics e integridad. And the questions can be a little bit tricky, ¿eh? Porque no te preguntan como, ¿tú le robarías a tu patrón? Pero prácticamente podemos decir que son un poco capciosas.
So obviously.
Yes, right. So let's see, number one, you have this real test. Can you read this question, please, Fernanda? Puedes leernos la pregunta.
The majority of people lie to their employers from time to time.
The majority of people, la mayoría de la gente miente a sus jefes de vez en cuando. Okay, so, Fernanda, would you ever lie to your employer? ¿Mentirías a tu empleador, a tu jefe?
A mi empleo. No,
No, but you would say, no, I wouldn't.
no, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Good. So you see, esa sería la pregunta, ¿no? Pero aquí la ponen como, no tú, otra gente, ¿no? So, but then you choose, right? Something about it. Then, how much time per day do you think the average employee with internet access at the text surfs the net in unauthorized manner? Ok, ¿cuánto tiempo al día crees que el empleado promedio con internet en su escritorio usa el internet de forma no autorizada? I don't know. That could be maybe you look for things you like. I don't know. Maybe you're You want to be entertained at work. Maybe you check other things you're not supposed to use. But I mean, some computers have programs to avoid that. Okay, well, this question is not that interesting, right? Okay. Esta pregunta está en segunda condicional. Can you please read it, Javier?
Sure, teacher. What percentage of the people do you think will leave work early if they were sure that their bosses weren't going to find out? ¿Cuál es el porcentaje de las personas? ¿Cuál piensas que es el porcentaje de las personas que
¿Qué porcentaje de personas crees que
leave
se
work?
iría del trabajo temprano?
Sí, se iría temprano del trabajo si su jefe no los encontrara.
Si supiera que su jefe no descubriría, no se daría cuenta.
100%.
Mhm. I think so.
Depends who question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a thing.
Depend
Yeah.
who asked me.
Let's talk about you. Would you leave work early if you were sure that your boss wasn't gonna find out?
Maybe in someone occasion, if I have the party or family reunion.
Good. Very well. So you see, these questions are tricky because maybe you are answering with the truth, right? That you are answering that you believe people are capable of doing this. Como que no todos pensamos que la mayoría de las personas escogerían la opción correcta o la opción ética, right? Entonces contestamos por lo que creen, por lo que nosotros creemos que ellos contestarían. But these tests, I think they are evaluating you, what you believe, right? Because if you think that most people do it and it's normal, si tú piensas que es normal, pues tú también lo harías. Maybe that's the trick, right? Quizás ese es el truco de estos tests. Let's see number 4. Please, can you read it, Cynthia?
Dice, what percentage of people do you think take unauthorized breaks during work hours on a regular bas- ¿qué es? Basis?
Okay, can you
¿Qué
see?
porcentaje de personas piensas tú que tomarían como recesos no autorizados durante el
Good.
trabajo?
Exactly. Can you repeat percentages?
Percentages.
Exactly. Percentage is a singular. Percentages, plural. Unauthorized. Unauthorized.
Unauthorized.
Good.
Unauthorized.
Unauthorized. Good. So what do you think?
Igual, 18, 100 percentage,
Okay.
I think.
Gabriel, can you please read question 5?
Okay. Wait. What percentage of people do you think do for... Wait a second.
Little sister?
Sure. Yeah, my sister came with my dog. No, no, no. What percentage of people do you think do poor work so they can finish sooner?
Yes. Thank you. So, how many people you think they do a bad work so they finish soon, right? Así como, ya, como sea, como salga, yo ya me voy. So,
40% to 60%?
okay. Well, that's an interesting thing, right? I think, I don't know why, but in this test, I think that for me, many of these options would be high. I would choose in many of these questions 60 to 80%, but not less than 40%. Maybe there's people who are really good at their job, but now it's less common to see a person who is loyal to their company, right? Like, I think the word your work doesn't help you. For example, if the payment isn't fair, if the conditions aren't fair, it's normal that some people cheat, right? People try to take advantage of that. They don't have a motivation. I don't know. Let's check the next question. Please, can you read? Okay, Flor is not available. Oscar, please, can you read number 6?
Okay. What percentage of people do you think were deliberately
Deliberately.
slow,
Es una palabra un poco difícil, ¿no? La palabra
deliberately,
es deliberate, pero aquí como es,
deliberate?
digamos, deliberately o deliberately. Entonces en americano sería deliberately. Deliberately.
Deliberately slow to reduce the amount of work that is expected of them.
Okay. What do you think?
I saw a lot of them. I think 60 or 80%.
Good.
It depends in the what company, but in the 3 companies that I was working, it happens a lot.
Yeah. So you see, it's something common. I don't know how they expect you to answer it here. They are tricky questions.
Yeah.
Okay, very well. So this is the second conditional. Now let's check the next part. It are the expressions with make and do. So remember, these are very similar, but don't confuse them. The translation, you can get lost, but in English, make and do are very different verbs. So let's check some examples. Let's read this email by Dan. It says, Hi Dan, I need your advice. Advice, aquí se escribe con C, es un consejo, ¿ok? Si es un verbo, que el verbo sería dar un consejo, diríamos con S, se escribe con S y se pronuncia con Z. It's a bit strange. Pero entonces, otra vez, advice con C se pronuncia así, advice, advice, sin mucha complejidad. Now, the verb is pronounced advise como con Z. Advise, advise. Noten la diferencia, consejo, advice. Aconsejar, advise. Consejo, advice. Advice, advise. Okay, necesito tu consejo. We have to give presentations in science class tomorrow, and I have a problem. One of my classmates, Jeremy, asked me to do him a favor. Entonces, hacer un favor no vamos a decir make a favor, se dice do a favor. Tú puedes decir, por ejemplo, hazme un favor, do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Favor se puede escribir con U, como en inglés británico, o solo con así, como en español, favor. Please do me a favor. All right. He wanted me to help him with his presentation. Vamos a pedirle a Javier que nos ayude a seguir leyendo. Jeremy doesn't like. Maybe Gabriel, ¿nos puedes ayudar a seguir leyendo? Jeremy doesn't like. Or Cynthia, please. Jeremy doesn't like.
Jeremy doesn't like science. Ay, es que le di zoom y me perdí. And he doesn't like to make homework.
Make or do? What do you
Ay,
think?
like to do.
Do homework, yeah. The classic, remember the classic definition of do is do an activity, right? Como en el caso de tarea, y make más bien significa crear. Entonces, si digo hacer tarea, no creo la tarea, yo hago la tarea que creó el maestro, ¿no? Entonces, un profesor sí puede ser the teacher made homework for the students, right? El profesor sí hace la tarea. Teacher made homework for students and the students did the homework. That's the difference. ¿Puedes seguir leyendo, por favor?
The homework, but I agreed to help him.
Good.
Yep,
Yeah, continue, please.
okay. We started to do research together,
Mhm.
but
Perfect.
he was uy, he
Bored.
was bored.
Bored. Bored.
Bored. Let's hurry up so we can
So we can.
um mm, ahí puede ser make something fun.
Hacer algo divertido sería como, trata de analizarlo. Si vamos a hacer algo divertido, como crear algo, o
No,
si vamos a
no,
hacer
no,
algo
no.
divertido de una actividad.
Ajá, entonces do.
Do. Perfect. Do something fun. Okay.
Teacher, a lo mejor ya lo dijo, pero o sea, make como crear, como puedo relacionarlo como algo de crearlo con las manos o hacerlo,
Yes,
formarlo.
exactly.
Ok.
Make, exacto, algo que formas con tus manos, algo creativo, cocinar. Yeah,
Ok. Ujú.
very well.
Then-
Can you continue, please, Oscar?
Okay.
He started.
He started to copy whole paragraph from the internet and paste them into his presentation, explaining that you can use the internet for research, but you shouldn't copy like that. I won't make a difference, he said.
Muy bien. Make a difference es como no va a hacer diferencia, como no importa. It won't make a difference. Good.
He said. Mr. Lewis won't find out. Then he looked at my presentation and copied from me. I didn't want to make him bad.
Good. Make him mad. Hacerlo enojar. Okay, let's finish.
Continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I didn't say anything else. I'm new to this school and I want to make friends, but I also want to do the right things.
Perfect. Okay.
What should I
Let's.
do?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, make him mad, hacerlo enojar, pero vemos que hacerlo correcto se dice do the right thing. You can also say do good. Do good es que te hace bien, ¿no? Por ejemplo, tea does good to your nerves, ¿no? Por ejemplo, té te hace bien a tus nervios. To your stomach, I don't know. And you do me good. Tú me haces bien. You do me good. Okay, do the right thing and make friends, hacer amigos, aunque no creas los amigos, ¿verdad? Pero sí se puede decir que se crea amistad, ¿no? Entonces, so you say make friends, también se puede decir make enemies. But this is not only, actually, if you could see, there's a lot of verbs between do and make, and there like some of them like what, ¿no? Pero algunos no son tan obvios, ¿no? Por ejemplo, hacer una investigación. Aparentemente podemos decir, pues es make, porque tú creas, ¿no? Escribes. Entonces, a veces no es tan intuitivo. Vamos a ver mañana en otros ejemplos que a lo mejor no tienen que ver con esta diferencia principal entre do and make, pero que son más por como expresiones. All right? So, we're going to check the differences between do and make, y eso es algo que pueden buscar, no mientras, se llaman collocations. Collocations son palabras que, es decir, a lo mejor si tú dices make him a favor or make homework, una persona te va a entender, pero eso no es lo natural. So we're going to learn collocations, and there's a whole book about it. But we're going to check some collocations tomorrow. Okay, guys. Well, that's it for today. We also need to review the second conditional so you can have more practice. We'll check it tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining today. Do you have any questions about this topic so far?
Everything is good.
Perfect. So I hope to see you tomorrow so we can see more differences between make and do. So take care and see you. Goodbye.
See you,
Teacher.
teacher.
See you soon.
Goodbye.